Hi, this is Dr. Weideman, and I wanted to go over a problem from mystatlab in chapter 22, and it's problem number 11, and there's a couple of quirks with the problem, so I thought I'd work through it with you. The first part is just to select the hypotheses, which is pretty straightforward. The second part of it is the component of the chi-square for the epidural no breastfeeding cell. Epidural yes, no breastfeeding, so it's this cell right here. Now I'm going to go ahead and from right here, this table will go right into StatCrunch. And the reason I wanted to show you is a couple of things. You don't need to have the totals here. If you do, it ends up thinking that that's another row in the table. So the first thing you need to do is go ahead and take that last row out. Then go to Stat Tables, Contingency with a Summary, and select your columns, which were the yes or no for the epidural, and then the row is the column actually that has no title on it. It's got a blank over here. If I pull this over, you'll see there's no title there. And then I want to pull up actually expected cell count and the contribution to chi-square. And I'm also going to do the chi-square test because we'll need that in a minute. All right, now in the problem, it asks you to give 3 decimal places. And if you look here, this is the cell. There are not 3 decimal places there. So I need to go ahead and calculate this, recalculate it by hand. And if you remember, the contribution to the chi-square for that cell is going to be the observed minus the expected, squared divided by the expected. So if I go back, and on my calculator offline, I'm going to go ahead and take 155 minus 141.5 and square that, and then divide by 141.45. And to give you a guideline, it should be, sorry about all those windows opening up, in this region here. But when I did it on the calculator, I actually got 1.298. And it's asking for 3 decimals. So if you just put the decimals that are shown there, you're not going to get the right answer. Okay? And then one more thing, they want the p-value for the chi-square. So let's go back. And here's the chi-square statistic, and there's your p-value. So if you go ahead and enter that in, 0.0771, and go ahead and check it, and then you'll be all done. And then the last part of the problem is just whether or not you reject or fail to reject. So hopefully this will help you work on this problem. I'm sorry that it has a couple of quirks, but I think with this little video now you'll be able to work it.